All right, guys, what is going on? My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome back to the Ollie Ward channel. I hope you all had a fantastic Thursday and you are ready for some Leeds United transfer news. It has been a very busy 24 to 48 hours for Leeds United. Some good, but mostly awful. Before we do get into the Leeds United news, be sure to smash that like button. I am back. Okay, I'm back uploading, guys. So smash that like button. Let's go for 300 likes on this video. Also, subscribe if you are new. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to subscribe. Uno, dos, and tres. Get down there right now. We can hit 11.3k tonight. And comment your score prediction for Birmingham versus Leeds United this Saturday. Let me know in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's get into the Leeds United transfer news. So, first up, Rodon, confirmed transfer to Leeds United, finalised today. Apparently, this will be finalised. Doesn't mean necessarily announcement today, but it should be all finalised today. Doesn't have an option to make permanent at the end of the season. If Leeds decide to take up, they will have to start fresh negotiations at the start of next season. So it's a loan deal with no option to buy, basically. Really good ball-playing centre-back is what I've put here. He is. I've watched him at Rennes last season. He was decent. At Spurs, he looked decent. I think he played a lot in lockdown, where he looked very good. I like the look of him. I think this is a very decent signing, and I think, we'll speak more about Max Aarons, but if we got him and Joe in on the same day, then that would have been cool. But yeah, we'll speak more about Max Aarons in a bit. This has got Ben White vibes. I think he plays very similar to Ben White, strong in a tackle, really good ball playing centre back, and he's a loan deal that I personally think, we are all going to fall in love with. And, we might just, have that awful feeling at the end of the season where we're like, we're not going to be able to keep on to him. But either way, I believe the announcement will be either tonight when this video, you might be watching this video and he's already announced on a loan, or it might be tomorrow. They like to do a Friday announcement. So there we are. Either way, Rodon is confirmed and he is on his way to Leeds United, unless any last minute things happen, like he's on his way to Bournemouth or something like that. But yeah, it looks good. A right-footed centre back. We need another centre back in there. I think Farke has said, apart from the goalkeeper positions, he wants to bolster every position. But yeah, it looks good. Rodon, decent ball playing centre back. I like the look of him. Next up, we're talking Tyler Adams to Chelsea. Here we go. Confirms Fabrizio Romano. The 20 million release clause was activated, and Chelsea have got the American midfielder. Deal is done. He will be leaving Leeds United ASAP, I do believe. People are, I'm going to have a little chat about the players who are leaving in a minute, but that's all I can say for now. Tyler Adams, according to Fabrizio Romano, it's all done. He will be on his way to Chelsea. He's got his move. Next up, we're talking Willy Gnonto wants Everton. This is confirmed by Fabrizio Romano as well. He refused to play against Shrewsbury last night. Personals are agreed. And this is where I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, okay? These players are doing my head in. Okay, the likes of Tyler Adams. I don't care. I'm not this. He's a good player, but they're jumping ship. All of these players, we're getting rid of like 13, 14 players we literally just signed. Rasmus Christensen, Mark Rocker. I'll even chuck Rodrigo in there. I know a lot of you say Rodrigo tried hard. I don't care. When the going gets tough, he's not here, is he? He hasn't played in the Championship with Leeds. Neither has Tyler Adams. Max Vober, Willy Gnonto is now refusing to play for Leeds United. You've got to look at the recruitment as well. These players never cared, clearly. They never cared because they don't want to take us back to the Premier League. So they clearly never cared while playing in the Premier League. And I don't get someone like Willy Gnonto. He's about 20 years old. You don't have to rush to play in the Premier League. And I'll be honest, he's been found out. And I'm not just saying this because, he's leaving. I'm saying this because I think if he played like his attitude, if he's got an arrogance of a player, he became a bit Wilfred Zaha for me. First game of the season against Cardiff, he's given all that. Do something. Yeah. Yes, he played okay, but I don't care about these players. The players that leave, mean nothing to me. In the words of Liam Cooper, if you don't want to be here, then fuck off. And I completely agree. Completely agree. People will say, oh, Tyler Adams, though, he did play for the shirt. It doesn't mean anything now. Similar with, I don't want to keep saying Rodrigo because, he was here a bit longer, but they're not here now. So I don't, people are saying to, Tyler Adams too good for the Championship. Is he? Because a lot of these players think they're too good for the Championship, but they clearly weren't good enough for the Premier League. Because if they were good enough for the Premier League, Leeds United will still be playing football in the Premier League. And that's what pisses me off with these players. They demand a move. How are you suddenly good enough? And annoyingly, the players that like to commit for the shirt, who want to stay for the shirt, are our worst players. Liam Cooper, Luke Ayling, Patrick Bamford, Dan James. These players want to stay and fight for the shirt, but they're championship quality. They're not Premier League quality. Luckily, we brought in the likes of Ethan Ampadu, who's got that Premier League quality. Darlow, we'll see how that goes on. Sam Byram is a very championship player. We need to start bringing in real players, players that want to get us out of this, out of this division. Fair play. You can't stop the passion out of these players, but I don't know. I'm really unhappy with the likes of Tyler Adams and Willy Gnonto. The fact he's refusing to play against Shrewsbury to play for Everton, it's a nothing move for him. I don't get what he's doing. Either way, sorry, that's my rant over. But anyway, next up, we're talking Max Aaron's situation. Chris Reeve from Talk Norwich City is close with Aaron's and his family, and he revealed that Aaron's felt it was a hard decision to not go to Leeds United, and he felt he let down Farke, who he sees as a father figure. That's quite a hard one to say. Reports suggest that he left the medical. This is completely false. It wasn't an easy decision for Aaron's and his family, he put. But, I like to say, good luck to him. But either way, he's getting a payday in the Premier League. It's not like he's just stopped the war. Yes, it's a bit sad that he hasn't come to Leeds United and he's put this sob story out. Yes, it's difficult. But if you really wanted to play, you'd play it. We offered you less money, fella. Good luck to him, whatever. I don't care that he didn't walk out of the medical. It doesn't really matter. But that would have been a hell of a signing. I thought that was a statement signing for Leeds United. But yeah, either way, whatever. I don't care if he didn't leave the medical. Oh, boo-hoo, you're going to get 40 grand a week. I don't care. Next up, I'm talking Hammer, Spence, and Piroe. These are the three players I think Leeds United need to be looking at if we want to go straight back up. Hammer in the middle of the park next to Ethan Ampadu would be decent. And I'm saying using this with the Tyler Adams and the Willy Gnonto money. Djed Spence. He's got a bit of an attitude, but I like it. We were looking for a right back like Max Aaron's vibe. I think Cody Drama won't be here, if I'm being completely honest. And bring in Djed Spence. Tottenham said they want to get rid of him. He's been put on the transfer list. And Joel Piroe. We need a striker. We need someone who's going to sit 6 yards away from the penalty spot and just score goals. It's fine on Saturday when on Sunday against Cardiff, when I'm watching Cine, Somerville, all running around, get to the byline and don't really know what to do. I want someone who can, score a goal. So we need to bring in a striker with all this money, with all these players that are jumping ship. Lastly, I want to touch on Daniel Farke's comments in his press conference he made today for the game against Birmingham on Saturday. He says, I want players who are committed. He'd rather have a player with less ability than wants to play for the shirt. So he'd rather have someone, like a Cooper than, say, a Max Vober, if you understand what I'm trying to say. He also did say Jorginho Ruta could be available, but probably not fit for the full 90. And Leeds United actually covered the most distance against Shrewsbury for the first time since 2019. We ran the most since 2019, since peak Bielsa season. That shows the drop-off of the last few seasons. We ran the most last night, and he was showing them players that played last night showed commitment. The likes of Archie Gray, Ampadu, even Dan James had a decent game. And I'll quickly just touch on the Shrewsbury game. Obviously, we go a goal down, but, we didn't ever look like we were going to necessarily lose that game, especially in the second half. We're becoming second half FC, which I don't mind as long as we keep winning games. But that's Leeds United's first competitive win since April, which feels good. And hopefully we can kick on. And, Daniel Farke said in his presser today that Birmingham's the hardest test he's faced so far as a Leeds United manager. It will be the hardest test. He believes they're always built nicely. They're compact. They defend well. And he thinks it's going to be a physical game. But hopefully Leeds United can go to St Andrews and get points. I really hope so, and get 3 points on the board. But guys, if you did enjoy this little Leeds United latest news, be sure to smash that like button. Let's go for 300 likes on this. Subscribe if you are new. Like I said, we're very close to not 8K. We're very close to 11.3K. And also comment your score predictions for the Birmingham City versus Leeds United game on Saturday. And just let me know all the comments. Let me know what you're saying. Do you like Tyler Adams? I don't. Do you like Willy Gnonto? I don't either. Joe Rodon's going to be the next Ben White, I tell you. Get down there and leave all your comments. I'll be reading all of them. Guys, I've been Ollie Ward. You guys have been excellent, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheery.